Welcome back to the channel. This is Football Temple brought to you by Azar Studio. The FIFA Club World Cup kicked off in some style in Miami up against Al Ahly, well, in the early hours of Sunday morning in Nigeria, and Saturday in the United States. Now, so Arinze joins me as we look at the opening 5 games of the FIFA Club World Cup. Now, so it started with something I don't like. Did you see the opening where the players will come in one by one? Yeah. Is it wrestling?
No, come on, it's a thing.
No, I don't like it.
It's an American
kickoff is 5 p.m. Kickoff should be 5 p.m.
It's an American thing, you know. They will call you one after the other. The NBA, when they will play, they announce them. Only the starters, they call them and they appear. Even before they plan, I think FIFA was planning to even get the anthems being played.
Yeah.
And the different clubs, but because of issue, they was like, okay, let's just roll it off and just move it on. The plan was to get them coming like superstars, like they are doing in the MLS, the NHS.
But is this something that FIFA should encourage? Because
I don't think
it's
so.
Time wasting.
It's, absolutely. And it's even for players, you know, when we come into the picture play, you want to get the game started already psychologically, but to allow your opponents, especially if you're the first to come out, to wait for the whole ceremony for me. And it's a no. Even in the Champions League, they don't play the anthem of the club. They don't play the Champions League anthem. So why would you want to play the two anthems of both teams? No, it's not the national team, for crying out loud. You know, so at the end of the day, for me, it's just to get the FIFA are trying so hard to get the fans to get into the field. As at the start of the first game of the Club World Cup, hours to the game, tickets were still available.
It has down to $4.
It had to go to a record low to get that crowd filled up. So what I want to do, I want to go watch a Club World Cup game. I wait to the hour to the game, and I could buy a ticket less than $4. That means even I or you can buy it without flinching, and we go watch a beautiful game of football.
Well, let's start with what happened on the field. Al Ahly, Africa's most successful club and one of the most successful clubs in the world, up against Inter Miami, who came to the Club World Cup through the back door with Lionel Messi and the rest. Goalless ended, but Inter Miami had the goalkeeper to thank for finishing that game without losing.
I think another thing we should talk about is the name, where they say the superiority or superior player of the... Come on, man. I don't know if FIFA is trying to...
Superior player of the match.
FIFA is trying to... What does it mean? The others are not superior. The man of the match is okay. I remember about something like that in the Spanish League where they had to go with the king of the match. And I'm like, wow, king. So the others are what? Subordinates, subjects. But I know anyway, it is what it is. Ustari was the man who helped them up. For me, I think it's 2 point drops for Al Ahly. You know, I was one of those people that will get out of that group.
I think the issue that it was a game that Al Ahly was their best game to win. Yes,
and they had some players, some international players returning.
Mahmoud Trezeguet was a waste. Was a waste.
Back, he had a good time, apart from that penalty he missed.
But Al Ahly missed chances.
Oh, a lot. Zizou as well was a culprit coming in for the injured midfielder. Unfortunately, for Amam, he won't be able to play again until the end of the season.
15 minutes was painful.
Yeah, no, going
to finally arrive at the Club World Cup and then just play 15 minutes.
Way, you know. When he did the favor disappeared, you know, evaporated. So sad for him. But anyway, let's focus on football. I think for Al Ahly, it's 2 points dropped. They should have done better. They will look back at chance wasted. That was $1 million they would have the pocket that they threw away. You know,
good money. 3
points to take them to the quarterfinal, which is that huge, big. So for me, as much as people say it's a fantastic for Al Ahly, for me, come on, man. The way Inter Miami started playing at the second half. Towards the tail, maybe that's why Al Ahly should watch it tiredness, maybe fatigue, not used to playing at this stage. The fans begin to came on them and they almost capitulated. So for me, 2 points off Al Ahly, and I should think Al Ahly will get out of that group.
But Lionel Messi, good game he had. I think he had a good game compared to the Inter Miami squad.
Touch and go. I think it's something we could commend him. Free kick, 2 free kicks, one close, the other one hit the crossbar. Apart from that, I think they kept him quiet, you know, kept him silent because Messi on his own could wreak havoc on any team, even at this level. So, for me, Inter Miami has got a lot of work to do. Look at Suarez. It's absolutely finished. What is he doing at the Club World Cup? But I'm not Inter Miami at the end of the day. But I think the coach will go back and look at it as 2 point drop for Al Ahly. I don't know. I tried to look at the positive, but I think it's 2 point drop.
Let's move away from Inter Miami and Al Ahly. Let's go to Group C where Bayern Munich were in 10th heaven. It was not 7th. They took it higher.
From the 7th
a record.
To the 8th heaven to the 9th heaven.
It was a record. The most goals scored in a Club World Cup game.
Yeah.
The highest was 6-1. I think Al Ahly did win at some couple of years back.
Yeah.
But Bayern Munich 10-0. You know, there was no hurricane on the score sheet. A huge surprise, you know, that Bayern scored 6 in the first half with hurricane on the field of play,
4 in the second half.
and 4 in the second half, and hurricane did not score any.
Yeah.
But 10 goals to nil against Auckland City. Yes, plenty of the players from Auckland City are semi-professionals. Some are, of course, sales reps with bottling companies. Yeah. Some, of course, are express workers.
And
but most of
one
them
is a trainee barber.
Yeah. And in fact, some of them refuse to come. Some of them refuse to come because they couldn't leave their 9 to 5 job to come and play
that is why
in the Club World Cup.
Some of them who appeared Well, unpaid
Bonuses.
unpaid leave.
Leave allowance.
They are on leave without pay. So if I expected Bayern Munich to pummel, to annihilate, decimate, destroy, put to the
but
sword.
should Bayern Munich have been more magnanimous?
No.
You know, professional enough. Let me use that word.
The truth is you have to be little. It's football. You have to be what's said before you. You know, we pray prayer in from the good books that says, okay, said before us the table. Come on, all you need to do is feast, man. And what he did was feast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could go. And what I love the Bayern Munich was the fact that they could get 10 more. They would have. That's the game. There's no need to. You don't pity your opponent. You're not. You see, the Club World Cup. You don't care to magnanimous. Those 10 goals may be crucial to who top the group. May be crucial to them qualifying. So for me, come on, you smash what's in front of you, and that's what they did.
10 goals to nil.
Absolutely.
No mercy.
No mercy.
Early favorite Bayern.
Nah, they just met a semi-professional team, an amateur team, a team that is far below par. Shouldn't be at this level. Again, that's my issue with the Club World Cup. That's why you can't sell tickets. Who watches the Auckland City play Bayern Munich? It's awful, man. I was sick to my stomach watching the game, but that's what we get at the Club World Cup. We're gonna take two team World Cup, and it's Infantino's brainchild, and that's what
You're making it look like Bayern some few years ago trashed Barcelona by 8 goals to 2. Come on,
in 2 legs, over 2 legs,
trashed Arsenal also
over 2 legs, bro.
Well, let's go to the game that interests a lot of persons. 80,000 fans were present in that particular encounter as Paris Saint-Germain, the European champions, laid down the marker and why they are ready to win the Club World Cup. It's their debut at this competition, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4 against Diego Simeone's Atlético Madrid.
Yeah.
No, so no Ousmane Dembele.
Payback time as well. You know, the last time to beat them in the Champions League was Atlético Madrid. And they saw the eyes saw the glory, their eyes lit up, you know, and it was deja vu all over again, bang, bang, bang. Like I said, no Ousmane Dembele.
Fabián Ruiz, Vitinha.
The same deja vu all over again, the same guys, you know, doing the same stuff. Just one changes from the Champions League final, which was Gonçalo Ramos for Ousmane Dembele. The boys, they've got a party, they've got a swagger about them, and to be fair to those boys, you know, winning is contagious. Look at Vitinha coming from the club, the Nations League just after the Champions. Look at Mendes as well. You know, these guys are playing some heavily exquisite, top class football, and they want to win games. See, winning is contagious, and that's why I want to win every time. You know, when you win, you want to win again. And boy, oh boy,
12 goals in their last 3 competitive games.
I must be scared.
That's talking about Paris Saint-Germain.
They did not put their head in glory because I think structure-wise, they're all over the place. For a team we know for to be a bit compact, a bit solid, you know. Be a bit pragmatic. You're not playing PSV. You want to be fluid. It's Luis Enrique. Bring that Spanish tic-tac and then bring a little bit of youth, youth and some kind of frantic, dazzling here and there. To just spice it all up. But Atletico Madrid didn't turn up on the day. And man, like I said, 4-0 flattered them and not. Without Yano Black, it could have been more.
No, so the Vitinha conversation for the Ballon d'Or, we cannot keep it quiet. Once again, man of the match performance from the Portuguese midfielder. 3 titles with Paris Saint-Germain, 1 with Portugal.
Can you make that 4 titles with PSV? He won the cup. He won the 2 cups in France. He won the league. He won the Champions League. He won the Nations League. And the ball right now is on the verge of winning the club.
If he wins the Club World Cup, we cannot avoid that conversation.
Even right now, it's going to be in the conversation. But I don't think he's going to win it. You know why? Because it takes.
Look at Modric won the Ballon d'Or without scoring much.
It's not about goals, man. Modric was
but are you saying Vitinha is not contributing? It's not a contributing factor.
He's a superstar. You know how much I love Vitinha. Even before the hype became, I'm a big fan of the young lad. The guy plays some kind of top class, exquisite, superlative football. But I, for one, believe that it takes a whole year to give the Ballon d'Or. He hits his spark in January, and that's my own argument. For PSV.
For Vitinha?
Yes, he did. He was struggling the first half of the Champions League. He was all over the
whole team struggled.
No, he was himself. He said it himself. He struggled, man. Against teams they should be beating.
You know, Ousmane Dembele. Wait, let's go. Ousmane Dembele is also in the conversation for the Ballon d'Or.
And that's why
also struggled in the first half of the season.
I'm calling. That's why I'm calling two of them out. You know why? That's why I said Ousmane Dembele and Vitinha. As much as they're having the time of their life, but come on, man. Before January, they were nowhere in the equation. You know, and that's why I will tell you, I had a great season all through, man. Because his numbers from the start of the season to now is astronomical. Is super. Come on, man. The guy is a player. But again, I can't give it to Vitinha. I think he's going to be in the mix. If he wins the Club World Cup, he may just sway it. But again, it comes down to for the Ballon d'Or, it comes down to journalists. Is he journalist friendly? Do they love him? Do they want to see him every other day of the week? You know, because when it comes to Ballon d'Or, it becomes the face of France. And Ousmane Dembele is from France as well.
Well, let's go to another game played in the Club World Cup in the, of course, late hours in Nigeria. Sunday night. It was Porto, European side against the Brazilian Palmeiras,
yeah.
and he ended goalless. Chelsea bound Estavio with a man of the match performance. Surprise result for you?
But I think that's the best goalless draw I've watched in a very long time because it was end-to-end stop, goal line clearance, super save. And that's why I told you I give kudos to the Brazilians. They came out smoking hot. They were fighting. They gave it a big goal. They were fantastic. See, that group is wide open, man. Chelsea should watch it. Chelsea should watch it, man, because that group is wide open. Palmeiras, top-class team, playing against another top-class team, giving such a... See, he could have gone anywhere. Nothing with the brother team. Like I said, at least the commentator was like, wow. It didn't look like a goalless draw, but it was, you know. But that's what football is all about. And that's why, and this and that is, you know, when I called the negative of the FIFA Club World Cup, I called it positive. This and that positive, if I can look and say, wow, this is one of the reasons I said I wanted to give birth to this brainchild called the Club World Cup for 30.
Well, of course, Palmeiras are in Group A, and all 4 teams in Group A now start their competition with a point. Al-Ahly, of course, they share the spoils. That means the second game and the third game is very important. And lastly,
now do you see why I say that it's
a 2-point drop?
It's a 2-point drop for Al-Ahly. You see why I say so? Because those 2 games is going to be very cagey, more cagey because Al-Ahly control the game against Miami. Can they control the game against Palmeiras? I don't think so. Can they do a smash and grab? I know they can. Egyptian teams, crazy stuff. But like I said, it's 2-point drops. And I don't think any of those 2 guys will lose to Inter Miami.
Another game in Group B saw Botafogo defeat Seattle Sounders by 2-1.
Fantastic game as well.
Well, of course, the Americans versus South Americans, you expect a good game.
And that looks like Seattle looks like the champions and Inter Miami. You know,
Inter Miami,
I beg your pardon. They came out, they fought, you know. I know they lost 2-1. But you could see that Botafogo were clutching on straws. They were hanging on the edge. They were praying for the final whistle. When the free kick came, you could see the celebration because, wow, those guys pushed them to the wall. And, you know, unfortunately, the wall refused to crack and they fall over. But, man, that was another great game. Botafogo, like I said, I kept on saying at the preview. Remember, I said, watch out for the Brazilian team. Those guys have got some... If they see that the biggest export, after Brazil is Nigeria, they've got the biggest export of talent, football talent across the world. Those guys know how to... And if the world are looking for their talent, means they've got some talent in there, man. That's a factory. So if you go, what I want to see is why they are the factory, and boy, they didn't disappoint in both games. 17
goals in 5 games. Is it living up to expectation with what you've seen so far? Or maybe we're just getting to the groove.
It's topsy-turvy, mixed feelings for me. You know, watching the Bayern Munich game want to make me off my TV and go to bed.
But it was too easy.
Yeah, too easy, man. But when I watched the game within Palmeiras and of course, and the game that had Botafogo, you know, my eyes lit up. I was surprised I watched the game by 1 a.m. and my eyes was up all through because it was end-to-end stuff. And that's what the Club World Cup is all about. It's about getting the best in different continents. Come on, Auckland. I don't know who let them in. That just should have been shot at them.
They're the only team from Oceania. So
I know, I agree.
Don't shut them
I agree, but it's like the gap between, them
let's bring it back.
From here to Sokoto.
Let's bring it back to Nigeria.
Bad, you know?
If it was a Nigerian club against Bayern Munich, would it have been this bad?
Worse.
No, because according to Opta stats, you know, Auckland are ranked 5,074.
Yes.
Now the worst team in England is ranked 2,092.
Yeah.
So it means that these guys are not even the top 5,000 clubs.
Yes, in the world.
Juxtapose it to a Nigerian side, let's say an Abia Warriors versus or an Enyimba versus a Bayern Munich. Would it have been this worse?
The same line, same score line.
So you think that Nigerian league is not at the level of even...
They're not ready yet. The league is crappy.
I don't think Bayern can beat a Nigerian club by 10 goals to nil.
The last time Enyimba played the Europeans, why did he end?
And that was Portsmouth, I think. It was kind of players that played Portsmouth in Nigeria.
They smashed. About when Enyimba went outside to play, they were smashed. They were beaten black and blue. That was when Enyimba was on the top of Africa, man. So I'm not saying it. The MPFL is not ready for this, man. But like I said, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I don't want to play spoiler.
Okay.
Let it happen first. But come on, man. I'm still not sure, man. But I mean, it could go ballistic on us.
Well, 17 goals in 5 games in the Club World Cup. I hope you're enjoying the competition. On a lighter note, do you think any Nigerian Premier League side will be able to hold their own? If it had been a Nigerian club against a Bayern Munich side, maybe it would have been lesser. Auckland City received 10 unreplied goals, but they were happy because they had a couple of shots on target in the second half.
If they had scored,
and if they had scored, it would have been much better. At some point, you know, the odds market were saying the next Bayern Munich player to score at 5 point something. It was crazy, you know, in that particular encounter. But what do you make of the FIFA Club World Cup so far? Is it living up to expectation, or it's still early days and the big boys are yet to play? Chelsea, of course, are yet to play. Former Club World Cup champions. Real Madrid, who are, of course, are serial winners of the Club World Cup champions, are yet to play and they will also explain Manchester City, who many expect should be favourites to go on to win this competition with the players they've brought in. But watch out for Paris Saint-Germain and Luis Enrique. Football Temple brought to you by Azar Studios.